sexy for this chain, too sexy for your game, too sexy for this fame.
Hey, beauty babes, we back with another episode 57, and y'all, this set is so fire. Like, I'm so happy I did this and stuck with it, because I wasn't too sure, and I just wasn't sure about how to go about it. So without further ado, we're gonna get into it. Before that, I want to say my hellos to any new subscribers, any new viewers, and hello to my returning ones. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that now, or you can do it at the end of the video. It's really up to you, as long as you know you hit that button. So, but anyway, so yeah, y'all, I just bought these extra long coffins. These are the ones I'm telling y'all about, and I bought these stilettos like a while ago, but I don't really use them that often. So I'm just gonna show y'all how I achieved this set. So right now I'm just like tapering the nails, and then after that I think I go in with my sanding band, like my sanding, I don't even know what it's called, y'all. The sandband, like drill. What? All right, so it's the drill. We gonna do the drill on, I think, the thumb, the index, the ring, and the pinky. Yeah. Because, and y'all, for real, y'all, I don't even know, but I like to put clear, like not clear, but top coat on any nail that like is going to be clear or like see-through or whatever, just to, because I feel like it helps it look more clear. So I didn't do that this time, just because I wanted to experiment and see, like, because I didn't forgot how it really looks like without doing any of that. And to be honest, I felt like I should have put the top coat on, like at the end of the set. I was like, yeah, I know for next time to really, I have to do this, because that's the only way I feel like it can look its clearest, because you still get like a little fog from the acrylic. And maybe it's because I used the pink acrylic powder, and I realized last minute too that that's the pink and not the clear. So, but I mean, it still gave that clear look. Like you would not be able to tell whatsoever. But just for that, I don't know, just for details, I definitely next time will add just clear top coat before putting on the acrylic before doing the acrylic application. Y'all know I can never talk. But so we getting right into removing the shine. After that, I'm gonna go in right with the application, and y'all already know once we start the application, I'm gonna go ahead and read a chapter. So since we had left off chapter 3, I think we was in the middle of chapter 4. I don't know if I want to just finish what we're reading up until 4 and be done, or if I want to read a little bit more. So we're gonna see how long it really takes me to do this, because I'm not showing y'all all of me, like I'm not showing me do all 5 nails with the acrylic. I'm only showing 3 because the nails are pretty long. So let's see if I'm done reading before I get done the acrylic application part, then I'll continue reading. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna stop chatting and let y'all watch. So we're actually in the acrylic part. Y'all, the way I edit is like I'll talk first, and then I'll speak, and then I'll watch the video, speed it up, and you know, add my music and stuff like that. And maybe I should change it. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and actually get to this book. So I'm gonna start at the beginning of this page that we left off. Bridget jerked me around. Her face hurt so fast my head spun. Let me tell you something, Joe. I love you like a sister, but if you don't take your ass in that room with that man, I'm gonna punch you in the back of your damn head. And I mean it. Move. Bridge, her eyes narrowed. Unless that motherfucker sexually assaulted you, called you a bitch to your face, told you your pussy smelled like fish or touched net, carry your ass on in that room, she hissed. Why would he say my pussy smell like fish? What you trying to say? I wash my ass, Bridge. Joe, I'm not playing with you. He called me a side piece because you work for a hoe who's known for screwing his employees. And you said, he said my bad after you told him you weren't one. Damn. You act like that's you act like that's an adequate Apollo. Bitch, take your ass on in that room before I kick it. Shit, okay, I'm going, I shrieked. Damn. Once I made it to the door, I rolled my eyes at a smirking Dune and followed George into the room. Like the interior of the main floor of the club, it was bathed in yellow lighting and included an entire wall of tinted windows that gave a view of the first level. There was a sectional of black leather couches in the center of the room, with a huge glass coffee table in the middle and a small bar with its own bartender on the back wall. After George left, the room was empty, save the... Let's change that. After George left, the room was empty, save the bartender and me and Bridget. Okay, I turned and looked at Bridget, whose face bore confusion identical to what I was experiencing. Then she shrugged. Girl, whatever. I'ma get me another drink and enjoy being in here anyway. As she did just that, I walked over to the window wall and peered down at the action, then decided to take my shoes off. I was sitting on the sofa while Bridget chatted with the bartender when the door to the room opened and he entered, closely shadowed by his bodyguard. I froze, still leaning over, clutching my right foot, cleavage smushed between my arms, mouth slightly gaped. If this man ain't fine, that's what she was thinking. He stepped further inside wearing black slacks and a burgundy dress shirt opened at the collar, a thick platinum rope hanging around his neck, his dreads pulled back into a ponytail. He smiled as he moved closer to me. Hey, he said, like he knew me or something. He sat down beside me, not real close, but close enough to make me feel antsy as hell. Hey, was my response. Joe, right? I frowned, glanced back at Bridget, whose mouth was hanging wide open, and returned my attention to Big South. How do you know my name? Park told me. Oh. You an actress? No. I'm here with my friend. She's in the movie. I gestured toward Bridget with my head. She took the cue and rushed over to sit on the other side of me. Word? I'm one of the producers, he said. Bridget gasped. Really? How did I not know that? I didn't want to know. Bridget thrust her hand in front of me toward him. Oh, Bridget Turner, it's amazing meeting you. As they chatted about how the screenwriter was an old friend of his, I stood and walked back over to the windows, tuning them out and gazing down at the crowd, while my mind whirled with thoughts and my heart galloped in my chest. What the hell was going on? Why did he have me brought up here? What did he want from me? Sex? In a club? Hell no, I wasn't some groupie hoe. It's packed down there, huh? He was in my right ear, and he scared the shit out of me. I flinched and turned to look at his tall frame as he moved from behind me to my side, his eyes shifting from the window to my face. Why'd you have me brought up here? I asked. He grinned, making his eyes crinkle in the corners. God, he was a gorgeous man. I always thought so, but standing there peering up at his face was overwhelming. Straight to the point, huh? You don't like it up here? You think I'm going to sleep with you? I inquired, ignoring his question because it was stupid. Of course I like being in a VIP room. Who wouldn't? He lifted his eyebrows and cocked his head to the side. Damn, well, since you asked, you want to sleep with me, little mama? Can you stop calling me that? Calling you what? Little mama. Alright, what you want me to call you then? My name? Okay. Joe, you want to sleep with me? If you do, I'm not going to turn your ass down. His eyes skirted from my face down to my body and back. That's for damn sure. You must think I'm some loose groupie or something like that. Or something like that chick you had in your suite. He frowned slightly like he was confused. Then recognition lit in his dark eyes. How you know she was a groupie or loose? It was my turn to frown. You usually let complete strangers see your girlfriend's naked ass? I didn't say she was my girlfriend either. Whatever she is, your total and complete lack of respect for her is disgusting. And if you think I'm about to put myself in her position, you are dead damn wrong. That's why you didn't come to my party? Because you think I disrespect women? Think? I know you do. If your music wasn't proof enough, Exhibit B was Miss Naked Ass. You let me and a gigantic man in that room while she was nude and exposed. Didn't even try to cover her up. You're a pig, a jerk, an asshole. He stared at me, his eyes burning into my face like a laser. A full minute passed of him just standing there staring at me before he finally said, "You think my music is disrespectful to women? South in your mouth? She be babysitting? Bitches and hoes? Butt her face? Pussy and coronas? Do I need to run down your entire discography?" I hope I pronounced that right. I made that shit close to 20 years ago when I was a kid who didn't think about nothing but fucking. You just gonna act like I haven't evolved at all? Yeah, well, I saw that girl's ass like 3 weeks ago. Big evolution. Plus, you basically called me a Peter Park hoe. He stared at me again, and the reality hit me that I was in a club in VIP arguing with a complete stranger who happened to be a bona fide superstar. I glanced around the room to see the amused eyes of Bridget, Tommy the bodyguard, and the bartender on us. I sighed and closed my eyes. Look, all I'm saying is that was straight foul of you. I felt his body heat first. And when I opened my eyes, saw that he was in my face, so close his cologne was crowding my nose. With his eyes stapled to me, he murmured, "You're right. That was fucked up of me. I apologize to you for calling you a side piece. And to her for doing that shit you just said I did." I couldn't think for shit. You can't apologize to her here. That's an indirect apology. Doesn't count. Can't apologize to her directly, he said, his face inching closer to mine. Well, why not? I asked, my eyes glued to his. Don't have her number. Never saw her again after that day. Don't plan on seeing her again. Shit, I can't even remember her name. I frowned. His lips met mine, cutting me off. Somewhere in the distance, I heard a gasp that I think came from Bridget. My mind was screaming at me, telling me to stop this, to stop him. I didn't even really know the man. But I didn't stop him. Maybe I couldn't. Because his lips felt so good on mine. No tongue, just his thick lips covering mine. Then I felt his hand on my arm. Then he was backing away from me. "I've wanted to do that ever since you threw that damn necklace at me," he said softly. I lifted my hand and touched his lips. What was going on? Like, what the entire total and complete hell was happening? Why? Just wanted to know if you taste as sweet as your mean ass looks. For the record, you do. He gave me a lopsided grin. Maybe even sweeter than I thought. "I didn't throw your necklace at you," was all I could think to say. "Yes, you did. And that shit turned me on." His voice was husky, low, and his eyes were on my lips. I didn't know what to do or say. I was feeling things in places that had lain dormant for a long time. Sensations were shooting through areas of my body I boarded up after my husband left me. My legs were weak, and the loudest thought in my mind was that I wanted him to kiss me again, and again, and again, and... "You are sexy as hell, you know that?" he muttered, and moved in again, almost as if he'd read my mind. This time, when his lips met mine, his tongue darted out. I quickly, too damn eagerly, opened my mouth in response. I think I might have moaned or something when he grabbed the back of my dress and pulled me closer to him as he deepened the kiss. His tongue swiping nearly every inch of my mouth. Then he moaned, and my arms lifted on their own and wrapped around his neck. I had to fight not to wrap my legs around him, too. When we finally broke apart, we were both breathing heavily. He stood there, his eyes on me, a strange look on his face. I was so damn confused at this point. I was close to tears. What the fuck was going on? Boss man. Tommy's voice cleared a little of the fog, and I backed away from Big South a bit. I gotta go. Got a flight to catch, Big South said, reaching up and rubbing a finger over his bottom lip. Then his eyes shifted away from me to Bridget. Nice meeting you. Bridget said something, I have no idea what. His eyes found me again, and all I could do was stand there. Leaning in close, he inspected my face. Then he smiled at me, turned, and left. I stumbled to the sofa and clutched my head, feeling almost intoxicated with confusion and lust. Bridget rushed over to me yelling and squealing, but I couldn't concentrate on her words because my mind had left that room with the big, tall, fine black man who was just as skilled at kissing as he was at rapping. Y'all, we at chapter 5 now. And where is we at? Oh, we on the pinky. Alright, so listen, I might as well not even start this, John. But it is Joe's perspective that we will be reading next. That's crazy, y'all. Like, what? She didn't see. Why would she even do that? Like, hell no. Bro, what? You first and foremost, I don't know what I would have done in that situation. Who knows? Like, I have no idea. Because maybe I would have been the same way. Like, if he was my type. Or maybe I would have been standoffish. Like, because what you think this is? You better come correct. Because, so, like, it depends on my mood, too, at the time. I don't know. Especially if she talking about he was disrespectful, this, that, and the third. I don't know, yo. Maybe, though, because if he over here just step into her like that, like, what? Putting it down like that, like, What if I say? I can read your mind, girl. I know what you thinking. It's all right. It's all right. Okay, like, let me find. Oh, I don't know. And then, not especially, I don't know, because I would have been conflicted. Like, before, I mean, doing it or not doing it. Because not doing it, I'd have been like, damn, I really wanted to do it. Why didn't I just do it? Just to try it out, you know? Ain't no harm in just a little seeing what the fuck was up. But then again, I'd have been mad if I did do it. Like, this nigga really had this naked ass bitch in bed and he thinking he finna kiss me. Like, what? He think this shit is easy and sweet, nigga? Like, what? So, yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, let me know y'all thoughts in the comments down below, because this shit is wild. That's why when I first read this shit, I was so upset. Like, I was like, what the hell, yo? I was like clowning this girl, because I was like, how is you just that easy? But then again, like, rereading it, it's just like, all right, I can understand. We be having moments, you know, like, guys, we be having scratches that needs itching too. And like, she ain't had her husband in whatever years, and I'ma just go ahead and say it, but they ain't been having sex or whatever when they was together with her husband or whatever. So girl she been dry as a motherfucking desert. You know, she probably needed that shit, and just, you know, that shit was everything. So I could see that. I could definitely see that. And if I was living her life or whatever, I probably would have let this shit happen. But I would have checked the nigga. He would have got checked. Like, before, like, she did, and after. But, yeah, y'all, we's done with that. Moving on, we just gonna file these nails, and we just gonna jam out for the rest of the video.
Honestly, I'm trying to stay focused. You must think I got to be joking when I say I don't think I can wait. I just need it now. Let it swing my way. I just need some dick. I just need some love. Tired of fucking with it, niggas, baby. I just need a glove. Don't you be my love, baby. We could be the one, baby. Can start with a handshake, baby. I'ma need more than a hug. Girl, can never say you want me. Girls can't never say yeah. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Girls can't never say they want it. Girls can't never say nah. Girls can't never say they need it. Girls can't never say nah. Oh nah. Give it to me like you need it, baby. Want you to hit this king and have it breathing. I don't need a reason, baby. I want it till you can't buy. I don't give it to you right when you want it. I wanna be here, right? I can be real good. Please don't give me feelings. Hey, I need some love. Hey, I need some love. Hey, I need some love. Hey, and you can't judge.
You don't really call on me like you should. Think about all the hood. Gotta put everything all good, my love. Your nigga doesn't smoke with me, nah, no way. Trust me, it's all okay. Trust me, it's all. You just need someone that's calm and patient. Something to domination. Watch back deep stroke, white wine, we smoke, that's my best combination. You just need some, deep with no complications. You just need some, you just need some late night attention, unconditioned, all that you're missing, my baby. Fucked up, shouldn't even have to justify. I get it, I'm on your side. Guys get their way all the time. Besides, pleasure not meant for one side. You should just do what's best for your mind. How about I just take my time? You call up my line, I fall up inside you. Girls need love too, I know.
Say something. What's a girl to do when she needs love? Honestly, I'm trying to stay focused.
Okay, y'all, so y'all didn't see me put base coat on all the nails. I'm going in with this blooming gel just in the middle of the nail just to do the smoky effect. And what I really should have did was did lighter strokes and just build my way instead of like, I don't know. I thought this looked good in the process, but afterwards I was like, okay, I should have did something lighter. But yeah, it still came out really cute. It just looks a little bit more marble. But yeah, so what I should have done was did lighter strokes, cured in between each, and matte, you know, each time, and like build it up from there. So if anyone is gonna recreate this or like just needed that smoky design effect, try what I'm telling you now, and then like I would definitely appreciate if you know you like let me like send me a video or a picture or whatever, or explain to me like your process or whatever. That'd be cool. But yeah, so this is basically what I did. I thought I would do this with base coat, but it wasn't giving the same effect. We want this to actually like spread out a little bit. And what I really another thing that I should have did was I should have cleaned up the sides more. The thing is, when it starts spreading, it don't stop. It'll cover the whole nail. If so, yeah, like and another thing that I could have did was just use a smaller brush for like dump some blooming gel into my little palette there, my dish right there, and then just use a smaller brush to put it down the middle of the nail. That's what I could have done, but now I know. See, mistakes are important. They help you. But yeah, so that's basically I'm going to be doing for the smoky effect. You guys will see, like, I'm going to be going back and forth with the white and the black Macart gel. And yeah, and I'm trying to remember, but I definitely did a few coats, like probably maybe altogether probably 3 coats going back and forth, and that's what I want to say. That's probably was my mistake. I probably should have did like maybe 1 or 2. So yeah, I mean, but if you like how this came out, this is what I'm telling you. You know, this is, I'm not telling you this is what I'm showing you. This is how I did it. And yeah, so I did 3 coats going back and forth, and each time I definitely did matte. Like once I put the gel on, I put the colors over top, I cured it in the lamp for 60 seconds. It was 60 seconds. I think it was, yeah, it's 60 seconds. And then I will go in with some matte top coat or whatever and put it on top, and then cure that in the lamp for 60 seconds and then go back in. That way you can really see how it would look and stuff. And so yeah, and then after that, all I really had to do was the outlining with the brown, which it took not really too long, but it took time because I used the smaller brush, which is what I choose to use. Just because the longer brush, like I still gotta get the hang of it. Like I'm so used to using the smaller brush for everything, nail art and all of that, so I don't do enough like long, I mean, you know, a lot of outlines and stuff like that, so I don't really be needing it. So I just feel more comfortable using a short brush. But I'm gonna stop rambling and let y'all watch the rest.
Hey, Belle, la pastiki, la papaya, do la potato. Hey, la potato.
I count money, I count money, I count money. I'm fucking a hungry. I know it 'cause I did it. 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 How many silver the millions? How much they pay me a million? I'm sure that they leave it in charity. Take a quick look, striking the ceiling. I call my baby my children. I call my children my millions. Who's taking over the world? We're making hundreds of millions. I need you to listen. I'm a rich man. We touch like the millions. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, my name is Little. I do whatever they talk with all of the millions. Taking a picture. I had to make me some sense. I had to make me some bills. I had to make me some money. You know that I had a man. I cut that million up. Ain't this what he said?
La pastiki, la papaya, do la potato. Hey, la potato.
I count money, I count money, I count money. I'm fucking a hungry. I know it 'cause I did it. 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 How many silver the millions? How much they pay me a million? I'm sure that they leave it in charity. Take a quick look, striking the ceiling. I call my baby my children. I call my children my millions. Who's taking over the world? We're making hundreds of millions.
Okay, y'all, we towards the end of the video. I hope y'all like this video so far, especially the chapter we've read. But yeah, I don't really have too much to say. This next video, this next set is just going to be a little coffin set, not small, but probably medium. And I am going to be doing some outlines on that, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a nude and like some sparkly black, so I can't wait to show y'all. But yeah, stay tuned for the next set. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell so you're notified for the next video that I upload. And you're also notified for when I post, because I post on here as well. So yeah, y'all, I'll see y'all on the next video. Enjoy the rest of your vacation and peace.
Whatever they talk with all of the millions. Taking a picture. I had to make me some sense. I had to make me some bills. I had to make me some money. You know that I had a man. I cut that million up. Ain't this what he said?
Belle, la pastiki, la papaya, do la potato. Hey, la potato.
I count money, I count money, I count money.